So when some of these people are making a noise, in fact, it's good you have asked me to come here, when they were no longer part of the system, and they were not wishing us well, by the way, they failed, they thought that we would fail in our campaigns during Erias campaigns. They never wanted us to have a candidate. And there was a rift between those who wanted to continue with how the Constitution states and those who didn't want it. Some of us agreed that we must continue and let's look for a candidate. And Amri Otoboy came up as our president, our candidate. So now, some people never wanted it. For reasons some of us did not want, we did not know. I remember I was one of the most miserable person during that time. I went to some of these people to say, please, even help us where you can give us money. You need to get money where you used to get it from. They refused. No elections, no elections, no elections. So if there are no elections, then where do we go? I think maybe they thought we'll just go to where they are, what they have been doing. But for the last 15 years, they have been doing that also. What has it produced? That's the question. What has it produced? Theirs. Has it, done more, been effective more than our party? No. So those are the problems when you hear people talk about money, dirty money. If this money had come from a wrong source, I think I'm the one who would have, and they know how I work. I wouldn't be here with the Secretary General, the Treasurer General, the whatever. But I'm sure they got this money from the right source, and therefore those people are only interested in their personal interest to continue being the leader of the group. But now we have a constitution. That's what I was saying here this morning. We have a constitution, 2-term. That's why I could not vote to be a Treasury General again. Right? If I wanted, they would say no, the constitution does not allow it. But if you have been a president or a Treasury General, you can retire or you continue as now I have come back to go for a different office. So I wanted to clarify this, to know that there is no problem within our party. Our programs will continue as usual. We are going to campaign. That's why I was requesting my chairman and the other members to make sure that they go deep in the village, start recruiting and making sure that the party continues. We are set. We are about, as maybe you may hear later, to request candidates who want to stand in the next elections and other areas. If you want to know, if you came late and you want to know what I said while addressing the members of the National Council, I appreciated the work done by the former chairpersons, those who have passed away. That was number one. Number two, I appreciated the work being done by the executive of the party, and I wish them to continue working hard to make sure that they look after the properties of this party and to do as directed by the Constitution. I also talked about the importance of the youth in this party. They form the majority and should take part in all the activities of the party. I also talked about of the current seeing small problem within the party because of one faction led by two people, mainly our former chairperson, our former president, and the person who has just joined us recently and made the deputy president, who has rotated from different parties until he has come here, Honorable Mayor Lukwago. I am appealing to them as a chairperson that we have no problem with them. They have been our members. They have worked hard for this party, particularly the president, the former president of the party. We don't see any differences as far as some of us are concerned. It's only the approach. How do we approach? How the party should work. And I made it clear that the party is bound by the Constitution. The party is bound by the Constitution. I went in details to look at the number of areas in the Constitution. And briefly I said that they are going or wanting to go away is a simple matter which can be sorted out within the party through the structures of the party. And I request them to come back. And as I hope to discuss later with this gathering, I intend to go deeper and see what else we can do, we as a party, to make sure that this small problem is sorted out very, very quickly. I also talked about the party headquarters to do the work so that our party moves very fast, so the neck should really work very hard, make sure that we go for mobilization, and then we go for the coming elections, 2026. Then the identification of candidates, requested in the chairpersons, particularly, to know their roles. The chairpersons, the chairmen, to do their roles, and to look at the whole structure of the party within the area, to make sure that everybody mobilizes. We must mobilize the party, not to rely on the headquarters too much. They are there, that's why they were elected, LC1, LC2, LC3, LC4, and to make sure that we have representation within every sector. That's the councils from down upwards the district. Mainly that's what I talked about today. And I thank you, the press, for coming to cover our function. It's always an honor to have the third arm of government, another arm, which is the press. It means a lot to the country.